Hello YouTube, Wes here. Another edition of Movie Time with Wes. And what I have laid out all around me here are all the movies I picked up in the last year since I've sat down to shoot a video. I'm sorry for kind of putting the Movie Time videos on hold. Just had to have other things in my life take precedence. But that didn't stop me from going out and collecting movies and finding movies in thrift stores and flea markets and whatnot. That's mostly what's involved here are thrift stores and flea markets. A couple of new pickups here as well. Some Dollar Tree movies rolled in. It's surprising how fast these things sort of build up. If you pick up 5 to 10 movies a week over a year's time, that's many hundreds of movies that I have here to share with you. So we're just going to go ahead and breeze through these. I'm not sure, I might break these up into 2 or 3 videos, or I might just make one big video, but we're going to try to breeze through it anyway, just sort of get caught up and share with you what I found. And if you see something in here you like, something you recommend I check out, let me know down in the comment section down below. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. First one here, I believe this was a Dollar Tree pickup. This is the Blu-ray release of the classic Dennis Hopper movie, Hoosiers. Great movie. Next up, another Blu-ray here. We have Blue Crush 2. Surfing movie. Have not seen that before. I'm guessing this is a Dollar Tree movie. A Mission of Honor. This is definitely a Dollar Tree movie, magnet movie, not quite Hollywood. I think it's all about 70s movies. Another one I believe was at the Dollar Tree, Katie Lang, Ingenue Redo. Do like Katie Lang, that was a nice one to find. Roger Moore and Susanna York in Gold. Classic movie there. Documentary called Heckler, I believe. It's all about how comedians deal with hecklers. So I do love stand-up comedy, so that'll be enjoyable for me. Sony Pictures classic, The Eagle Huntress. Not familiar with that one, but looks good. Kind of a Native American-based movie there. Should be pretty good. Classic, the 70s version of Westworld, the movie. Really did enjoy this. Glad to upgrade that one to Blu-ray. I do have it on DVD already. Next up, the ESPN movie 3, all about Dale Earnhardt. I never did actually see this. I'm not much of a fan of NASCAR, but I do like cars and racing, so I thought I would pick this up. I think this was a Dollar Tree release as well. Grab that one. I got a documentary here called Vietnam, American Holocaust, narrated by Martin Sheen. Ferris Bueller's Day Off on Blu-ray. Upgrade that. Documentary called 1 Square Mile, where they took a day and filmed 9 different 1 square mile areas and the people that were in those areas. Lots of bonus features and stuff on this. Pretty interesting. I like documentary kind of stuff like that. Classic music movie here, Buena Vista Social Club. Classic Cuban music. Yeah, really looking forward to that. Wim Wenders in that one. Aaron Carter live in concert. Thrift store kind of thing there. I never actually got around to seeing this. Orgasmo, the South Park guys, Trey and Matt Parker, or I guess this is just Trey Parker that made this. But I never actually saw it, so I thought, what the heck, we're going to check that out at some point. This was a recommendation from another YouTuber, Brideshead Revisited, kind of queer-themed royalty kind of movie. These are some thrift store finds as well. I've show them in one thing. First 3 seasons of the show Girls. Movie here on TLA releasing. Don't know anything about it, but it's on TLA and it's queer themed movies generally. So I thought I would go ahead and check this one out. Far Side of the Moon. 20th Century Masters Vanessa Williams, the video collection. So I do collect the CD versions of this 20th Century Masters series, and they do have DVDs as well that I tend to pick up when I find them in thrift stores, so grab that. Once in a Lifetime. So I think this is a documentary about the U.S. women's soccer team. The extraordinary story of the New York Cosmos. And the classic Princess Bride 20th Anniversary Collection. I like this movie. I enjoy it. I know all the references to it. I don't love it. It's good. It's good, but I wanted to have it in the collection, so I picked that one up. I found it at a thrift store. Okay, let's go to this pile here. Here's another Dollar Tree movie, Goldie Hawn with Crisscross. Like a 70s movie, I think. 1992. Okay. Not nearly that old. Bernardo Bertolucci's The Dreamers. Marty Stauffer's Wild America Specials, The Predators. I don't know if I have the Marty Stauffer Wild America series, complete series, but I don't know if I have the specials in there or not. But I saw this at a Goodwill, so I picked it up. This is called Meeting People Is Easy, a film by Grant G about Radiohead. So I do like the band Radiohead. Picked that one up. Jim Carrey's Man on the Moon. I still have not seen this movie, but yeah, I really do want to see it. I've heard a lot of references to it. Kind of know what it's about, and I think I'll like it, but I'm looking forward to seeing that one. Michael Jackson live in Bucharest, The Dangerous Tour. I do like the Dangerous album from Michael Jackson, so this will be fun to watch at some point. Harold and Kumar escape from Guantanamo Bay, and Harold and Kumar go to White Castle. 2 Blu-ray set. 2 for Blu-ray movie set. Jeremy Clarkson of Top Gear. This is Clarkson, the Italian Job at Supercar Superfest. So all about Italian supercars. Kieran Culkin in Igby Goes Down. This is pretty well rated. I think this was a Dollar Tree movie, but Jane Fonda and Robert De Niro in Stanley and Iris from 1990. Yeah, this one's another Dollar Tree one, I believe. It's called Ghost Ride the Whip. The hippie movement. Hippie movement. Yeah, the wildest hip hop story ever told. Don't know. We'll have to check that one out. Katie Holmes in Pieces of April. I Got the Hookup Too. I think that's another one that's a Dollar Tree movie, Master P movie. Bob Saget comedy special here, That Ain't Right. I believe this is when he tried to make a comeback. So sadly, since we lost Bob recently, it'll be poignant. Spike Lee movie I have not seen before, Red Hook Summer. Phil Collins live at the Roseland Ballroom. And the movie Break-In from 1984. Classic hip-hop there. The opening act, I believe this is a documentary about people who are trying to become, comedians, full-time comedians, and they're just doing opening acts, and sort of follows them along as they're going through their building up their career, working out their material. Should be pretty good. John Voight movie here called Surviving the Wild. Look like something I might like. This one was too crazy to pass up. Another Dollar Tree movie here. Boxcar Bertha, a horror movie here. Let's see. Roger Corman Horror Collection. It's Little Shop of Horrors, The Terror, Dementia 13, She Gods of Shark Reef, and Swamp Women. So 5 drive-in classics on 2 DVDs. So Roger Corman sort of compiled some classic horror onto that collection. That should be fun. This one I saw a lot of people picking up from the Dollar Tree, and I went ahead and grabbed it myself. This is the movie Panic. Here's a fun thrift store find here. Queen, the DVD collection. Lots and lots of music videos on this, plus some behind-the-scenes kind of stuff. And then Florida's Forgotten Coast, a documentary about Florida wildlife and whatnot. And since I am into hiking and wildlife photography and whatnot, that one should be up my alley. And then we got a copy here of Tron in 3D with a nice lenticular cover. I do not have a 3D TV where I can play the 3D version of this, but this does have the 2D version as well in it. And I like the lenticular cover and I like 3D things, so I wanted to upgrade to that version of it to have that in my collection. All right, next up we got a 4K. This is an upgrade for me. One of my favorite sci-fi movies of all time, Gattaca. I do like this kind of sci-fi, and I'm not into the really high action kind of stuff. I'm more into the sort of political and thinking kind of sci-fi, and yeah, I dig that movie a lot. So I was glad to pick that one up on 4K. I got Hilary Duff Learning to Fly concert video. I've been picking up some of these Vestron Video Blu-ray releases of 80s movies, and we got The Wrath here. I have not seen this one before, but just been enjoying picking these up. Want to see them. Documentary about education, I think, in America. Waiting for Superman. The documentary Return to the Wild about Chris McCandless' sister going to the bus and all that. Yeah, just I've seen this before. I don't think I've ever had the DVD, so there's some bonus features on here I might not have seen before. But yeah, definitely glad to pick that up. That was a thrift store find. Trying to pick up the Fast and the Furious movies and sort of build that collection back up, as I got rid of them a number of years ago. So we got Fast 5 here. Just picked that up on DVD. A Criterion from the thrift store. Sure, why not? Ingmar Bergman's Scenes from a Marriage, spine number 229. So that was a nice find. Occasionally you'll run across one in a thrift store, and I do enjoy that. I am a fan of the Grown Man Record Night crew there. Their weekly show they do, and they did an interview with Artemis Pyle of Leonard Skinner, and he helped make this movie called Street Survivors. It tells the story of the plane crash and what happened. And yeah, so I picked this one up. Have not watched it yet. Another copy of Breakin', an older version from the thrift store there. Got multiple copies of that one, I guess. When you're buying this many movies, sometimes you buy duplicates. HBO documentary series, A Boy Interrupted. Seemed like a documentary that would be interesting. I got the 4K version of Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift, one of my favorite Fast and Furious movies. So I wanted to have at least a Blu-ray of this, but they released 4K, so I went ahead and grabbed that. Not too expensive. I did pick up Matlock, the second season. Slowly working my way through Matlock. I need to get started on the second season here. Try to fill up that collection. John Candy, Canadian Bacon, classic one there. Wordplay, documentary about crossword puzzles. I did watch this when it came out. It's been a while, so picked that one up. That was probably a Dollar Tree find, or maybe a thrift store. I think Dollar Tree. Don John, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Scarlett Johansson, Roger Corman, Battle Beyond the Stars, classic sci-fi there. Ice Castles. Next up, queer theme movie here called Soul Maid. Don't know anything about it, but it's sort of a modern take on Sleeping Beauty, supposedly. Thought I would check that out. Looks like another queer themed movie here. No Night is Too Long. Don't know that one. Another TV show I've been working my way through is Laverne and Shirley. So there's season 2 of Laverne and Shirley. Get to that at some point. We did finish season 1 recently. This looks like a concert movie called Free Tibet. It's got a Tribe Called Quest, Beastie Boys, Beck, Bjork, Foo Fighters, the Fugees, Buddy Guy, John Lee Hooker, and more. So some great artists in that one. Looking forward to that one. Here is a copy of Baraka. And my friend Paul in Texas, fellow vinyl collector, that's where he gets his name Baraka P. Dub from this movie. So I thought I would pick that one up when I found it. And then we have Paul McCartney, Good Night, New York City. It's a concert DVD or series set here. Nice booklet with photos in it and whatnot. Just a nice package, so grab that. Okay, next up, the classic 1985 movie Explorers, released on Blu-ray recently by Shout Select. Yeah, classic 80s movie. Did enjoy that one. I think that might have been the first time this was on Blu-ray. Recently released, but yeah, I love this movie. Glad to have it on Blu-ray in the collection. Got the movie Jawbreaker. Have not seen that one before. Gimme Green, a documentary about America's obsession with lawns. Judah and the Black Messiah. Heard good things about this one. I do want to see it at some point. I still have not watched it. Documentary about Ruth Bader Ginsburg, RBG. Harrison Ford in The Call of the Wild. Pick that one up. Another recent film. Pick up another one here. Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. You still want to see that one? I haven't seen that one yet. I got a Steelbook 4K for The Fast and the Furious, the original, very first movie. Of course, seen this before, and as I said, I'm trying to build up the Fast and the Furious collection. So I think Best Buy had a Steelbook exclusive on this, and I picked it up. The United States of Leland. Stanley Kubrick's Lolita. Lords of Dogtown. Nice deluxe edition of the movie Big Fish. It's got a book in there and a bunch of extra stuff, so that was a neat thrift store find one day. I got Katy Perry, Good Girl Gone Bad. Another deluxe edition here for the movie Walk the Line. Joaquin Phoenix and Reese Witherspoon. Deluxe edition of Bruce Willis's The Sixth Sense. Yeah, there was one day we were in Goodwill and they had, somebody had collected all these deluxe editions of movies and then they had donated them. So that was nice to be able to pick up a bunch of those. Sling Blade. The 10th anniversary edition of Mallrats. Another deluxe edition here, Orson Welles' Citizen Kane. Deluxe edition. And then also a deluxe edition of Brokeback Mountain. All right, moving on. I think we've got some more Dollar Tree movies here. We have Nicolas Cage in the Humanity Bureau. I don't know why I picked this up. I can't stand Nicolas Cage, but maybe I'll try it at some point. El Dorado, Temple of the Sun. Think about drug running. Look like an interesting movie. Little Miss Doolittle. I do love animals, so that might be a fun light fare kind of movie. My Blueberry Nights. The movie Wildling. Room Meets the Beast Within. And George Romero's Night of the Living Dead. A documentary here called Obscene. A portrait of Barney Rossett and Grove Press. So, created Grove Press and the Evergreen Review. And got a horror movie. As I've said before, horror is not really my genre. But this one is called Polaroid, so it has to do with photography and a Polaroid camera, I guess. So I'm into photography, so I thought that would be interesting enough, make it interesting enough to where I might like it. So check that one out. BBC film with Judi Dench in it, Parade's End. Even though this has a Barnes & Noble sticker on it, that was a Dollar Tree movie. Pretty sure. And then Occupy Unmasked, a documentary about the Occupy Wall Street movement. All right, moving on. Do like Gabriel Iglesias stand-up comedy. This is Fluffy's Back. It's a very, very Muppet Christmas movie. Bette Midler Beaches. I don't think I've seen this movie here. Chris Columbus, John Hughes movie, Only the Lonely, with John Candy in it. Maureen O'Hara. Judgment at Nuremberg. Like an interesting one. Jessica Lange and Sam Shepard in Country. Another Criterion here from the thrift store. We got Alfred Hitchcock's Foreign Correspondent, which I didn't know there were any Alfred Hitchcock movies in the Criterion collection, but there is. 696 is the number on that one. Another Criterion from the thrift store. This one unfortunately has they cut down the cover and they cut down the artwork, or they cut down the artwork and put it in this thin case for some reason. But a John Ford movie with Henry Fonda in it, My Darling Clementine. But I mean, it is a real movie. That's how it is. Yeah, I don't know about that one, but it's a Criterion from the thrift store. I'm not going to leave it behind. One I don't have. Paul Newman and Sally Field in Absence of Malice. Richard Gere and Edward Norton in Primal Fear. Chevy Chase, Goldie Hawn in Neil Simon's Seems Like Old Times. Another Criterion from the thrift store. This is The Four Feathers, spine number 583 from 1939. A film by Zoltan Kurda. And this was a gift. Beck Mongolian Chop Squad, the complete series. Awesome. I do like some anime, and that one has to do with music and rock and roll, and really cool anime there. Don't show too much anime here. Don't watch a lot of it, but there are some I do love. That's one of them. Just sort of a collection of Ellen stuff. I thought I would check out Ellen show since her show just went off the air. Documentary about competitive swimming called Touch the Wall. Something I don't know much about, so I thought that would be a nice one here. Another Criterion from the thrift store, Douglas Sirk's Written on the Wind, spine number 96 from 1956. Classic here, Peyton Place, Paul Newman in The Long Hot Summer. Heard about that movie before, never seen it. Another copy of Ice Castles. As I said, sometimes you're interested in a movie and you don't know it, and you end up picking it up twice if you pick up a lot of movies like I do. But that's okay. I do have an eBay store, and I can always get rid of things. I got Counting Crows concert DVD there. Live at Town Hall. Steve Martin's LA Story. Another concert DVD, Adele from the Royal Albert Hall. Classic concert movie here, Led Zeppelin, The Song Remains the Same. I got the movie Bound. And The Diary of a Wimpy Kid on Blu-ray. Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen, New York Minute. The movie Babel. Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, 2-disc edition. I got the movie Quiz Show, really good movie. Paul Rudd in Bad Dads Suck. Good things about that one. Ex Machina was a 4K release from thrift store. First 4K from a thrift store, I believe. History Channel America, The Story of Us series. Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band, London Calling, and Live in Hyde Park. Classic Hitchcock movie Rear Window here. Audrey Hepburn, Breakfast at Tiffany's. We got Son of the South. This is the first time on Blu-ray release of 15th anniversary issue of She's the Man. I think that came out last year at some point. Documentary here about Apple Records called Strange Fruit. Here's a local historic type movie, Rosewood, if you've seen this movie, this took place about an hour away from where I'm at here in Central Florida. Yeah, sad story, but an excellent movie. Yeah, I wish somebody would reissue this on Blu-ray or 4K or something. I mean, this is good enough in my opinion. It should be in the Criterion Collection. So hopefully someday somebody, maybe Kino or Criterion or somebody will do a nice Blu-ray or 4K release of that. Michael Moore's Roger and Me. I think I got this because it's in a snap case. I haven't seen it. I think it's been in the old cardboard cases that I don't care for. Previously, Django Unchained on Blu-ray. See that one in the theater. And Inception, another one I saw in the theater, really enjoyed. Columbo movie collection from 91 to 98. All the TV movies from then. Marty Stauffer's Wild America, seasons 1 through 6. That's another one. The transfer on those is not good. I wish there was a way to upgrade those, but unfortunately Marty is pretty tight on having that done. He tried to do a crowdfunded supported reissue of those and just didn't work out at some point. Hopefully that'll happen at some point anyway, because I do love the Marty Stauffer Wild America series. We have Planet Earth on Blu-ray and Life on Blu-ray. Those were just some thrift store pickups. I've had those in the past and got rid of them, and was able to pick them up inexpensively in the thrift store. Inside DVD, the Entertainment Magazine on DVD. This is kind of just a curiosity for me. I got the movie Morgan and George Lucas's THX 1138 movie Frequency. I want to get that on Blu-ray, but it's not cheap. Got a 4-disc deluxe set of the national parks. Jim Carrey and the Cable Guy. IFC Films called Pizza. On her 18th birthday, she was delivered the best night of her life. Anything to do with pizza, I'm down. And then a movie called The Photographer. So again, being a photographer, I gotta check out anything that's about photography or has a camera in it or whatnot. We got another concert DVD here, Two of Us with Mates of State. It's called Skinny and Fatty, the story of Yardbirds. It's kind of a discount kind of store, I guess, that is quirky and deserved a documentary for some reason. Top Gear Season 16. Disney movie McFarlane USA. This American Life, The Invisible Made Visible. I got Final Destination 3D. Nice lenticular cover on that. Colin McRae, Rally Legends, documentary about him. And then the off-road documentary Dust to Glory, one of the best automotive documentaries ever. I got Red Hot Chili Peppers live at Slane Castle. You got Queen, Rock Montreal. Foo Fighters live at Wembley. This is a film about the cover-up of the Abu Ghraib, I think, called Standard Operating Procedure. Story, I'm a Space Person, a journey through the cosmos of feeling and perception told by a man who has seen it all, astronaut Story Musgrave, about his life in space and on Earth. Sounded interesting, we'll see. The movie Saved, and the movie Totally Baked. The Bad News Bears, never seen that one before. This was a nice find. I actually have a movie poster, a vintage movie poster of this movie, My Side of the Mountain. Kings of Leon live at the O2. All right, last box here. Hopefully the card and the battery hold out. Blur through these pretty quickly. City of Lost Children. Fellini, City of Women. Tumbleweeds. Hurt, Johnny Cash film there. John Lennon's Give Me Some Truth. And Alfred Hitchcock's Topaz. I Love You Both. I think it's a Dollar Tree movie. I think a couple of these are Dollar Tree movies. The movie Permanent. That's a Dollar Tree movie. This one's not. C'est la vie. Rocco and His Brothers. The Filth and the Fury, a Sex Pistols film. And a screener of Factory Girl. Documentary about Death Row Records. Welcome to Death Row. Runway Romance. Himzu. Jack of the Red Hearts. Tuning Masters, the Greek Special. Looks like some house music, techno music. Exit through the gift shop. Some more Criterions here. We got Wild Strawberries. Glad to have found that one. The Last Temptation of Christ. Wild Strawberries is $139. Last Temptation of Christ is $70. And then we have Sid and Nancy, number 20. So very early Criterion. That might be one of my earliest. Over Alaska. And live from Wembley, we have Pink. Lots of Wembley concerts in these boxes here. Some more Dollar Tree movies here, it looks like. Nature Calls. Adventures at the Chocolate Factory. God Bless America. Tim and Eric's $1 Billion Movie. This was not a Dollar Tree movie. This came from a flea market, I believe. Lighthouse, still sealed though. A copy of Fast Five. I think I showed that on DVD earlier in the series here, so get rid of the DVD. Janelle Monáe's Antebellum. And Springsteen and I. U2 concert video for Elevation. My Life as a Dog. I think this recently got a Criterion release. Manufacturing Consent. Documentary, Noam Chomsky. Capturing the Friedmans. Kind of a documentary about some murderous family, I think. Bob Marley classic album series for Catch a Fire. Dark Days. The Bedford Incident. Morgan Spurlock's 30 Days series. Very good series. Love is the Devil. Muppet Family Christmas. I think is hard to find. Bill Maher, Be More Cynical. Legend of Cougar Canyon. The Redhead from Wyoming. With 6 you get Egg Roll. And Alaska. Getting down there. I think we're going to make it. We're just going to make it. DC Talk, the movie, free at last. Beyonce's B-Day. Blue Citrus Hearts. Gwen Stefani, Haruko Lovers Live. And Nelly Furtado, Loose. Another National Park series, American's National Treasures. Steven Spielberg movie, Goldie Hawn and the Sugarland Express. Demon Lover. Miley Cyrus in So Undercover. And Hannah Montana Pop Star. All right, last stack here. Here's a pretty cool one. Rock Hudson and Doris Day Romance Collection. I believe there are 4 movies in here with them in it. And then we got Looney Tunes collection here. 4-disc DVD collection of Looney Tunes shorts. Ken Burns National Parks series on DVD. And lastly, we have Muriel's Wedding on DVD. Actually, no, that's not all of them. Hold on. All right. Next up, I did pick up supposedly the last Jackass movie, Jackass Forever. I have not had the chance to watch that one yet. Another one from the Vestron video. This is Dream a Little Dream. I've not watched that one yet either. Classic here, Good Will Hunting. Did enjoy that one. Glad to have that one in the collection. Jewel, A Life Uncommon. Documentary about Jewel. Another Criterion here. This is spine number 917, The Awful Truth. Irene Dunn and Cary Grant. Angelina Jolie and Ed Burns in Life or Something Like It. Documentary about the National Geographic photographers. A couple of Bee Gees videos there. Metallica, concert from Mexico they did. The movie Killing Me Softly. Darren Aronofsky's film Pi. Lady Gaga, The Monsters Ball Tour. AIX Records calibration disc. So this is like a HD music sampler and calibration kind of thing. The Sandlot on Blu-ray. Blu-ray version of Inside Out. Great movie. Decided to pick this one up. I have not watched any of Breaking Bad at all and found the first season on Blu-ray in a thrift store, so grab that one. A DVD about photographing wildlife in Alaska. Thought I would like to watch that. Here's another Criterion, spine number 101, Cries and Whispers. Audrey Hepburn in Two for the Road. The movie Legal Eagles. Special edition of Disney's The Love Bug, the original. Billy Joel's A Matter of Trust, a Russian concert. And last but not least, we have Fast and the Furious 9, F9. I have not watched this one yet in 4K. Or no, Blu-ray. This is on Blu-ray. So yeah, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you for watching. Hope you stuck around and made it all the way to the end. If you did, you're awesome. Hope you enjoyed it. Leave me any comments about any of these movies you have. I'll keep you up to date with future movies I watch and pick up and find and follow along. So thank you very much. Have a great day, great night. See you at the movies. Cheers.